Victoria 3 is really a game about promises, and I promised you guys if we get our light goal, I will continue the Spain campaign. And I'm here to deliver, marching our way as the Spanish Empire, conquering the known world at the same time developing the Iberian Peninsula. If you want to see good old Madrid go all the way to 1936, make sure to like the video. If we get 4,000 likes, I will do the final part of the campaign. Also, a little bit of a small request. If you enjoy the content, consider subscribing. I'm trying to get a personal challenge done, 230,000 subs by May 20th, and in return I promise to only give you quality videos, boys. Alright boys, it is time for yet another Victoria 3 Spanish colonial empire. So right now we've got most of South America, parts of South Africa, a little bit of the Middle East, and I've just seen that the Ottoman Empire is right now an unrecognized major power, which means it's significantly easier to actually conquer some Ottoman lands as consequence. They are led by a 3-year-old, so hopefully it's not going to be as difficult, right? We're literally taking candy, in this case Ottoman delights, from a kid, eh? Our economy is doing pretty decent compared to the start as the Spanish. In just 30 years, we went to $500,000 basically national revenue on very low taxation. We can do better though, and our market has some shortages. We will fix our shortages, not to fear though, especially the tools, a little bit of steel, all of this. We will prioritize that, as well as we're gonna try not to have our people starve, of course. So let's go ahead and queue some of these bad boys over in Valencia. I'd say 9 more in Valencia should work, and maybe another 4 more in Navarra, because I like round numbers. We also have a pretty sizable army, and we're gonna need to get some more units, because we're gonna be going into some big wars. Once the truce is over with the South American breakaway Brazilian states, we're gonna be making sure that we integrate all of them into our society and empire. And I would like to consolidate more of the Middle East, but we'll see as we progress. France is doing pretty good, and we have cooperative spirit with them. We're gonna try and get an alliance with the French, because we will need to fight the English in this particular run to take the Portuguese lands from England, for that matter. Well, from Portugal, but Portugal is right now in a defensive alliance with England, and I'm pretty sure they will join. They already did join the British Empire, so that's a little bit of an issue. We got to make sure that they don't become a subject of the English. I could get some more rivalries, and I think I will be going for the Belgians and the Dutch, because nobody cares about them. And then the Prussians, simply because they're there and I need the extra influence, so I lower my infamy a little bit faster. Guess we could also temporarily stop the improving of relations with the Russians, so we lower infamy even faster. And from our subjects, pretty much all of them are already puppets, and they are all loyal, except Peru apparently is not really loyal. Wait a second, Tunis is actually independent? What? Oh right, because the Ottomans didn't do their Tanzimat, so they lost all of their subjects as consequence. That's actually really easy war, 6 infamy for that. Well, what if I just directly take it? 15 infamy if I was to directly take it. The main goal of this particular part of the campaign, of course, is obviously to get as much pops in the Iberian Peninsula and to just industrialize the schnitzel out of the Iberian Peninsula, whilst the rest of the world will be basically just puppets here and there. We're not directly going to own those lands. Oh, actually I could get an alliance and a trade agreement with the Austrians. That might not be the worst idea. Yeah, you know what? Let's get a defensive alliance with Austria. Austria is a pretty big W, especially since they can help us against the vile Ottomans. That way, let's see what we can also do trade-wise. Oh, come on. Austria's using their favor with us to get the mutual... You know what? Screw it. We'll do the mutual funds. Why not? Let's see GDP-wise how we doing. We have about 12 million more GDP than the Austrians. We're right below the Americans. We're going to overtake the Americans and the Russians very, very soon, though. Oh, gold has depleted in Transvaal. Oh, 9. Let's out-queue 6 gold mines in that case, so we make use of that gold depleting. Unfortunate, but that means we can now get gold mines, which is not bad at all. Alright, so for the first war, we're going to be invading North Africa because we have a golden opportunity here. We can make the Moroccans our subject before the French do so, because that would be pretty unfortunate, wouldn't it? And because Tuscany is also pretty much independent, we're going to be attacking them right after the Moroccan War. Chat, what do you think? Should we go for the Valencia Premium Metals, which would be based in Valencia, which is actually pretty good, because we have quite a few iron mines in Valencia? Or should we go for La Hispania Industrial, which gives 15% gained innovation weekly? That is freaking huge. But at the same time, we're close to max innovation cap anyway now. We just need to get a couple more universities. It's not as big of a deal in my opinion. I feel like the industrial output we'd get from the mineral company is a lot more important and hell, even the minting 5% would be huge actually from the Transvaal Premium Gold company. Yeah, no, screw it. I'm gonna do the Valencia Premium Metals for now. We might get the other company in the future. Let's go ahead and make this war a little bit easier by assigning a strategic objective. I think that should be their capital, right? What is the capital of Morocco? Isn't it Rabat? Rabat is located where actually? Should be in... actually no, this is the capital. Fez would be Rabat, wouldn't it? La Canaf Thrubuter. Do they even have any actual resources in Morocco? They got wine. They have a little bit of coal in that province. They have gold actually. Oh, that's the famous Tafilalt gold mine, of course. And they have iron, lead, and coal in... Whoa. I might do a Morocco run. This looks like a pretty actually decent nation. They've got sulfur, 32 sulfur, another brother, they actually have resources in Morocco. That's crazy. I didn't expect that. Wow. Hey, I was right also. We already surpassed the US and America. And just as I said that, the US surpassed us again. Sons of bitches, man. I'm telling you now. All right, let's go ahead and increase the amount of textile mills we've got here. Our population is seeing some massive issues. We don't have enough pops is basically what I'm trying to say. So let me think about this for a second. We're going to go for dynamite. That's going to free up a lot of pops afterwards, and steam donkeys is going to free up a lot more as well. We can get some more innovation quickly by spamming a few more universities here. Now, legislation wise, guys, it's bad. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's just really, really bad. Okay, we're one of the most backwards nations imaginable right now. I've had some extremely bad luck with my legislations in this particular campaign. I'm going to attempt to make things better, but let's just say that my previous attempts did not go as great. Let's try and ban slavery again. Emphasis on the word try. Now that we got dynamite, I'm gonna slowly start switching production methods to dynamite. Not gonna do it all at once because I don't have enough dynamite. So I'm gonna start with the province of Valencia, where we have quite a few mines, and we also have a massive demand for pops. So that way we free up some pops that will be able to work in the other production methods. And seeing as we managed to passively research percussion caps, we're gonna need our own domestic production of munition plants because we don't actually have any munition plants right now. Our entire army is dependent on imports from the French, and that is not good. And we're also going to be making use of those Moroccans. We're going to be building a lot of logging camps in Morocco, so we give people jobs. And apparently we can also do another 5 gold mines in Riestadt, so we're just the most goldenest of states apparently here. Let's go ahead and invade our subject to lower their autonomy too, like a good overlord would do. Oh, finally we got an extra mandate. Let's go. I want to go for research actually now. What are we looking at with research? Only 2 levels. Oof. The other option would be freedom of movement. That would help us get more migrants. Let's go for freedom of movement. I'm gonna go freedom of movement. I really want to get as many migrants into Iberia as possible. Yo, we actually went to consideration phase. Oh my god, this might pass on the freaking millionth attempt, but I'll take it. I probably shouldn't have said anything because now that I said that, it's not gonna pass anymore, is it? I also want to queue up my tower block statue in all of the Iberian states as well. A land reformer. Would this mean we would have a chance to actually pass homesteading finally? Ooh, yes, baby. Rotary Evolve. Let's go. Let's see how many pops we manage to free up after we do this particular production method change. Oh, that's not too much. It's like 20,000 in Valencia. Also, we got 50,000 people starving here. If we want our trade routes to grow, we do need more ports because we don't have many ports right now too. Let's max out the ports actually that we have in Iberia. And we can also max out the ports we have in Africa for that matter. Oh my god. We actually might pass this. I'm not even capping. I'm pretty hyped right now. I might change one of these road maintenances to a greener grass campaign. Yeah, let's do that because I do need more people to migrate to Western Andalusia. The reason for that is because Western Andalusia is where I have predominantly all of my sulfur mines, explosives factories, and fertilizer plants. And as you can see, I don't even have enough people to fill the explosives and the fertilizer plants, let alone build new ones. There you go. We got maxed out construction sectors in Valencia and Navarra, the 2 main industrial states as of now at least. Pretty much all of our subjects right now are very, very low liberty desire, with the exception of Venezuela, which has supported independence by someone, and Morocco. So I'm actually going to start the building in Venezuela. Let's go with 7 logging camps and another 4 logging camps. They don't actually have much population from what I'm noticing here. Like, their population is very, very low. Max out their logging camps everywhere, though, that they have. There we go, boys. The slavery has been bland. Now, time to focus on some proper legislation, isn't it? Like cultural exclusion. This would be huge, but we don't really have much support for it, especially from the rural folk. Maybe it's time for us to get a voting system. I wouldn't be totally against a voting system, actually. Let's go with landed voting. It's better than no voting after all. Oh, this is huge. We can get a defensive pact thanks to our lobby now, which gives us 100 extra relations towards getting that particular defensive alliance with the French. Nice. That's the first step towards getting the alliance with the French, in my opinion. And now we also maxed out our construction sectors in Toledo. Holy shit, that's 10,000 pops freed up just from that. Another 7,000 pops. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. We're getting all the pops we need back here. There you go. By building all of those logging camps in Venezuela, they're actually losing Liberty Desire now instead of gaining a 0.1 monthly loss. The problem with Morocco, despite having built logging camps and other buildings in their country, which increase their economic dependence on us, they still have political lobbies that are against us. So we're going to need to fund political lobbies, which instead means they're going to be more aligned with us eventually. Let's see though what we could build here that would help us even more. I'd say probably could do a couple of these coal mines. Yeah, let's get 6 coal mines as well in Morocco. I'm not even going to bother with landed voting anymore. We got 2 setbacks on the first 2 attempts, really? Let's go with the wealth voting instead. All right, it's time to upgrade all of our units to skirmishers. I kind of forgot to do that, but now that we've done that, we're going to have an increase of demand for our ammunition. So then these particular factories are going to actually be productive now. Hey, even more gold mines we can build. Hella freaking La Jolla. Efficient canning practices. Don't mind if I do. I think that increased our demand for fish a lot, if I'm not mistaken. Max out all the fishing wharfs in Iberia and Lorenzo Mar. Second level freedom of movement. That means we now have 50% mass migration attraction increase. For the third level, we're going to be getting increased exchange from the art academy and the university. Hey, democracy has arrived, boys. All right, our expansion for freedom and justice keeps on continuing. Let's see how much money we fill up our coffers with by privatizing some parts of our industry. Look at that, losing money. We literally, look at that. We just got 6 million Dukatensteiners by just starting to privatize parts of the urban buildings. We haven't even started privatizing all of the urban buildings. I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna freaking have my coffers fill in a couple of seconds. Privatizing is just so freaking broken in this game. I love it. All right, now we can start switching to the fertilizer production methods for our farms, which in turn means we're gonna need a lot more fertilizers. Let's see how much more fertilizers. Oh, actually, we're breaking even. 1.6, 1.6. That is crazy. I had a surplus of fertilizers and I didn't even realize. I'm the world's second fertilizer producer. That's a word, right, guys? Totally a word. All right, boys, time to liberate Africa from themselves. We're liberating the Africans from themselves. It's a tactical freedom bringing operation. It's a special military operation in West Africa, I guess you could say. Hey, look at that. We got another mandate. That means now we're gonna get buttloads of immigrants, because check it out, we get an extra 20% migration attraction from our university, and we get an extra 20% more from our arts academy. So that's 90% increase in migration attraction, which is crazy. There you go. We managed to get Zahomi under our control. 400,000 pops. Not bad. I'm actually debating whether I should give this province over to Oyo, which is going to become our subject in a few moments. And I'm also going to start bringing electricity to Spain. So we're going to get first one power plant in each state, because within the Iberian Peninsula, we're going to be starting with changing our urban centers to use the electric street lights, and then we change more and more electric production methods as we have more power plants and of course more technologies that allow us to use electrical production method. Hey, cultural exclusion. Life for pops with the lowest acceptance status is not pleasant, but manageable. Well said indeed. Now let's check what do we have. We got 18 million pops that are full citizens. Then we have second-class citizens, 500,000, 200,000 are open prejudice, 1 million cultural erasure, and 6 million violent hostility still. Oof, that is not great. Hey, on the bright side, we do have some North Germans migrating to our land, so that's cool. They want to trade the Spanish Niger Delta, which is 150,000 pops and 40,000 GDP, for 300,000 pops. What? They're actually giving me a good state? What the hell? Okay. That's like the first time I see the AI actually giving me a good deal. Like, what the hell is happening here? Brother, we gained 30 logging camps right now. That is crazy to see the British gave us that. And 70 dye plantations. Holy schnitzel. I'm gonna actually build some of these dye plantations. Oh my god, I just realized I have 1,000 shortage of furniture, so we're gonna need to fix that. We really could get rid of a lot of people being violent hostility status by going for freedom of conscience. But the thing is, we do have right now no support for freedom of conscience, which is pretty sad. I'm gonna go for elected bureaucrats. That way we can save up quite a bit of bureaucracy, and we're gonna get more bureaucrats. Move away from political power for bureaucrats too. Okay, now we're right behind the French. Holy shit, the British are literally double my GDP. I need to double down on this. That's crazy, man. So apparently World War I is happening out of the most random things ever. The French attacking the Dutch, and in return the Prussians are joining on the side of the Dutch. This is just, it's like, what the hell is happening here? Like, actually, what the hell is happening here? World War I is starting, and the Italians are like, yeah, no, we're gonna migrate to Spain. Thanks a lot. There you go. Good old French-Spanish army defending against the vile Prussians. Cannot believe those words came out of my mouth. Usually I'm on the other side of this particular engagement, by the way. Oh, yes, baby. Kick them Dutch asses. All right, boys, we have managed to unlock the greatest technology ever, quinine. So now we can colonize the entire freaking planet. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Colonization on steroids. We're gonna need a port in every single one of these provinces too. Yeah, I have to say it. The gold mines in Riestadt and Transvaal need to be nerfed. Like, I am abusing the shit out of this, and it's good, but they really do need to be nerfed. Like, look at this. 16 gold mines, another freaking 12 gold mines. This is just insane, man. This is actually crazy. Maybe I should do a South African run as one of the Boer states to see how rich I get. Just like a playing toll 1 or 2 state maximum, or just like the South African bits, and that's it, and see how strong we can get with that alone. Okay, so I'm not sure what to do here, guys. Do we accept the white peace? Because it seems like the French might actually peace out. I don't want to be left by myself against the Prussians. Fuck it, man. I'm gonna accept it. White peace it is. I lost like 60,000 soldiers. This is no bueno. That was a mistake. I should not have joined on the side of the French there. Mistakes were made, boys. Mistakes were made, but whenever you join on the side of the AI, you need to remember that it's not up to you what happens. Oh, these guys' liberty desire is at 63. So that means we could probably lower Venezuela to a puppet without having the Moroccans go above 75. Yeah, we good. We good, boys. We're really good. There you go. Beautiful. A lot more yellow now. Oh, what? Benin back down? Oh, I should have made banning slavery one of the main goals. I didn't I? Oh, baby. Sokoto joined on the side of Borgu. This is juicy. Chat, what do you think? Do we go for this? Ooh, this is really, really juicy. I think we're going to be making them our subjects. I think that's definitely what we're going to be doing here. So I'm going to make Sokoto a protectorate. 34 infamy is a little bit high, but it's worth it because it means we get a huge chunk of the rubber area in Africa. Huge chunk. Not only rubber, but they also produce other stuff. Like they have dye plantations. They've got, if I'm not mistaken, they got some minerals here as well. They've got coal. They've got iron, lead. Yeah, they got good stuff in here, man. A lot of coal in the north as well. I'm down for that. And a lot of population as well that we can use for importing into our country later down the line. That does mean, though, that for the next few years, we're not going to be attacking anyone because we do have 60 infamy right now. So we need to wait for that to go at least below 25 because we do have half the world as our subject. So 50 infamy and above means that we get plus 0.25 liberty desire with all of our subjects now. So that's it's a little bit of an issue, let's say. Most of them are super loyal though, so it's only a matter of building a couple more buildings in their lands and they should be fine. That's what I'm going to do next. Let's see what it's our main shortages. Wheat, clothes, tools. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build farms in my subjects' lands. Armenians migrating now. Okay, I think my favorite migrants were the Germans migrating to our lands when we were at war with the Germans. Let's see what kind of cultures we have now. So we got 14 million Spaniards, 2 million Catalan, 1 million Basque, 1 million Yemenis, a little bit of Africans and Galicians, and then just a buttload of everything else that have been starting to migrate to our lands, which is cool to see. Look at this though. Uruguay is predominantly Spanish now. We have 200,000 Spaniards in Uruguay instead of, what was it, Platinian before, right? Or something like that. That is actually cool to see. And even here, a lot of Spanish in the Platinian parts. That is so nice. We're spreading the Spanish to the world, guys. Look at that. Spanish here as well. That's crazy, bro. What? 800,000 Spaniards migrated to La Paz? What the schnitzel? Okay, let's see if they accept. If they do, our infamy will go down by 10. And And that would be pretty nice. It is nice. Oh my god, that is beautiful. We went from 58 to 48 infamy. Okay, now we're chilling. We're still chilling, boys. This is a chill playthrough, okay? Nothing happens here except chillicum maximum. Similar situation here. We're gonna need to get rid of those interest groups in the Sokoto government that do not like us. So we're gonna have to start funding lobbies after the relations increase, of course. We cannot do it now. It's time for the steam revolution, boys. Steam powered whalers, steam trawlers, and of course industrial ports, which means from now on we don't need to produce any of the traditional old wooden ships. It's only steam ships, way more productive. Oh hell yeah. So landowners will lose the pro-slavery ideology, boys, and I'm gonna make them a little bit weaker too because I don't want them to be strong at all. Let's get this also upgraded to level 3, and this one and this one and this one, all of them upgraded as much as possible. Downside of the health system is obviously that we're gonna increase the power of the church, but it's not the end of the world. We will need some more government administration buildings, so let's build them up wherever we need to get more taxation capacity, which of course is going to be in these particular main industrial states right now. And the fires of industry require more coal. Let's max out the coal in Aragon, get a little bit more coal in Castile, and 10 more coal mines in Valencia just because we can. Hey, look at that. We're above our French skibidi. French great skibidi of an ally. We've overtaken them GDP wise. All right, time to focus a little bit on some of these particular technologies. Investment banking is not bad too. And whilst we're doing that, we'll also need to eye up the rest of the techs in production. Oh, come on, dude. Really, 2 setbacks and 62 success chance. Really? Really, really? Come on. The legislative graveyard. Freedom of conscience fails. Of course it does. Freaking waste of time. Oh, look at that. We're basically just completely avoiding homesteading and we're going straight to freaking commercialized agriculture. Of course. RNG beeth like that sometimes. Really need to overtake the French here. So once we become the 3rd power block, we can get our 4th principle. We are going to stack up 3 mandates. Whenever that happens, we're going to be able to get the advanced research principle to level 3 straight. So we're going to be able to start making big technological leaps. We're also getting quite a bit of reserves from privatizing a little bit of our industry again. We're just privatizing the urban industry, not all of it, of course. And we actually could start switching to machine steel tools because we do have a massive amount of rubber that we can start using. We are basically the biggest rubber producing empire out there right now. Well, potentially we could be. We don't really have much rubber right now because we don't have a need for it. But we could start building. Look at that. We have so many rubber plantations we could start building in. Let's go with our own lands first. Boom, 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 boom. Then let's also build in our vassals. Should also lower our vassals' liberty desire in the process. That's double win. Hey, finally we got some good laws. Hails to the yes. Oh my god, we're up to 10 million in gold reserves now. Okay, we need to stop privatizing again. I love that our economy just increases so quickly when we start privatizing. And yes, I am aware the meta is to just keep privatization on and just double down on the amount of construction sectors you have and just use that to build more buildings, which in turn means you get more money from privatizing and vice versa. I don't like doing it, okay? I want to play the way I want to play. You play my game? No, I play my game. You play your game, okay? Let me play how I want to play. You play how you want to play. All right, that being said, we're going to have to switch over now our construction sectors to the steel frame production method. That's going to increase our demand for glass and steel. 1,000 increase and 800 increase. That's huge. That's worth it. We're going to do that. And now we're going to have to queue up a buttload of steel mills and glass workshop. So glass works, we're going to do in, I guess, Toledo, since we already have some there. Might as well. Steel mills, we can do some more here. A couple more over in Castile as well. Since we were building from before, we can get 14 more in that particular province. Oh yeah, that's some serious shortage right there. We can import a little bit in the meanwhile as well from our French allies. They don't have any steel apparently though. Let me see if I can import some steel from Romania. Does Romania have any steel? No, they don't have any steel. Well, that's unfortunate. Guess all the steel is in Western Europe. All right, so we do have in Aragon, Catalonia, and Valencia led. So that means we're gonna have to focus most of our glass works in those states since it's gonna be a little bit better then. Yeah, let's do 10 glass works in Valencia itself. Oh my lord, another 10 decrease in infamy, hopefully. Let's see. Japan, say yes. Say yes, Japan. I don't think they said yes. This would have decreased by now. Nope, they didn't say yes. Motherfuckers. And I even helped them out. You know what I mean? You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna go for the innovation company. It's a unique company. Might as well go for it. Get that extra innovaciones. Okay, boys. The snowball is officially here. It's time to get the more construcciones sectoricus. Okay, I'm gonna be building all the fishing wharfs around the empire because apparently we have massive demand for fish. The Spanish people enjoy their fish more than anything else. 1.5 thousand shortage of fish. That is crazy. That is actually crazy. Seeing as we switched all of our production methods to steel frame buildings, we will need a buttload of glassworks, boys. Glass is the main one, and then steel, of course, also is pretty in high demand. So let's get to work. Double down on the amount that we get. We literally just gained 150,000 national revenue from trade because we switched over to free trade. That's how freaking powerful this particular trade policy is. That is genuinely insane, guys. Holy shit. We're close to 1 million, all because of free trade, because of all the extra trade routes doubling down in size now. Holy shit, man. Yo, the country's doing so good. Norwegians are migrating. You know the run is going good when Norwegians are migrating to your country. Come on. Okay, once more, I am requesting that you guys buy off my munition plants and shit. Holy Schnitzeldorf, we got proportional taxation support. Please, for the love of all that's holy and Schnitzeldorfy, please pass. If we pass proportional taxation, that's gonna really skyrocket our economy, boys. Really skyrocket it. The great news is that we managed to finally pass proportional taxation, so our economy is absolutely gonna skyrocket now. The bad news is that we have literally no people to hire. We got 140,000 peasants, and that's it. And imagine, this is with a ton of migrants coming to our country. I mean, we have 38 million people just in Iberia, because we don't directly own stuff outside of this with a couple of exceptions. It's all just puppets around the world. So we've grown our economy so much with our lands in Iberia, and we've grown our population like crazy, and we're still lacking people. To put things into perspective, the British have 41 million, and they start with like 36 or something in the sorts. We doubled our population, whilst the English and even the French barely got any extra pops compared to us. And we're also using all the labor saving production methods we possibly can use. We got the decree set up. We have everything done right. So the only thing left to do now is to just start getting some high population areas under our control so we can filter migrants from those areas into our country. And very important to help with getting more pops into our country is to get freedom of conscience, which is gonna accept more pops than we currently accepting. We've been trying to get this for a while now. Hopefully this time we actually do get it though. We also just unlocked steam powered thresher machines, so that should again free up quite a bit of our population. Might as well attack Tunis since they're basically for the taking. They've got no one defending them except the Papal States out of all nations, which is begs the question, why is the Papal States defending a Muslim nation? Huh? What's up with that Catholic leader, bro? Should be a fairly easy naval invasion here. I did not add any war goals against the Pope because I don't really need anything from here, and I'm not gonna puppet anyone because in the previous playthrough I got baited with that, and then what happened was they eventually formed Italy and I lost the puppets that I had in Italy. I do love the fact that I'm just continuously getting mass migrants after mass migrants. I mean, just take a look at our cultures here. It is ridiculous. We have every single European culture, which is the main accepted cultures, arriving in our country every 5 seconds, and it's still not enough. Look at that, North Germans again migrating. And I was actually gonna attack the Chinese, but guess what? The Chinese just allied the British. So yeah, I think I can counter that myself by getting an alliance with the Japanese, maybe, or just making them into a protectorate for that matter. How much would that be? 71 infamy. You know what? That's not too bad though. This is a pretty big nation with around 30 or something million, 35 million pops. That's a lot of people we can sell stuff to. All right, another one added to the vassal swarm. Let's improve with them now. Okay, now see, this actually surprises me. Why the hell does Brazil, Central America, and freaking Confederation of the Ecuador care about Oman? Like, what? What's up with that? Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I was actually hoping I could get my hands on Brazil and Confederation of the Equator in this war, but I guess I just have to do a separate war now for them. So we're doing a little bit of a cheeky naval invasion in Burma because they've got something we need, namely their freedom. We need their freedom, okay? That's the only reason I'm invading. I'm the bad guy in this whole thingy jingamadling scenario. You didn't get it up until now. We were the bad guy all along, okay? Also, we went up to 400,000 peasants, so I guess it's time to start doubling down on our industry over here. We've overtaken the Qing, with which we are at war right now, and we're close on one-upping the British in a few moments as well. Getting census suffrage is going to be a massive deal for us. It really will pave the way towards also properly finishing the modernization of the nation as well. Let's check what our major shortages are. The usual suspects. All right, so we need more engines. Apparently, we have massive shortages of groceries now, which is a good sign because it means that our population is able to afford groceries, which means the average Joe in our country has quite a bit of money to spare. We got to empty those pockets, don't we now? We can do 10 and 10 in each of these states, should be fine. Also, looks like we have a little bit of a shortage of infrastructure, so we can out-queue a couple of railways in Badajoz. Speaking of, let's see how we're doing with our electricity and with our railway production. So we have a little bit of a shortage in Castile, so we can out-click a couple of electrical plants in these states. And then when it comes to transport, we have insane shortages of transport in Navarra. Okay, so let's queue up a lot of our railways in Navarra then. Come on, break them Burmese, baby. 87% landing progress. Let's go, baby. Almost there. I believe this should be the last one. Then we have our foothold here. So we might need to bring the rest of the army because they do have quite a sizable army. Yeah, there you go. All right, so let's bring the main army to help out here a little bit too. They do have primarily irregulars and some line infantry, so I'm not too worried about it, but just to be on the safe side. Yeah, we're literally wiping the floor with them, but there is a lot of Chinese units, so let's go ahead and oh my god, my leader literally just died. That is the worst RNG ever right there. My leader died, which completely tanked my organization for this army, so we do need to be defending right now because we have a pretty serious problem. Holy shit, we just got 150,000 allied formations. That's from all of our subjects, because we do have right now 30 subjects. So yeah, that apparently paid off. It paid off enslaving half the planet, turning them into our puppets, didn't it? I also love the fact that all of my puppets are below 25 Liberty Desire, with a couple of exceptions here like Tunis. So we could even do this, and we can decrease the autonomy of Sokoto to puppet, which means they're also yellow on the map now. And apparently they also have Gobir as a subject, so Gobir became our protectorate now, since whenever you lower the autonomy level to puppet of your subjects, whatever puppets they might have, it become yours. I've also gone ahead and I've canceled a few of the consumption taxes because we are right now losing quite a lot of authority, so I'd rather just keep the two main taxes on services and transport. That's actually enough for me. We lost the foothold in Burma, so we're gonna have to do another naval invasion. Apparently I was not fast enough with my units to reinforce here, so it is like that unfortunately sometimes. Let's make sure that we have these units closer somewhere. Let's position them in the Philippines so they can reinforce a little bit faster this time. It's also time to get a school system. If we go for compulsory primary education, that will give us 2 extra max education levels, and as such we would end up getting a lot more max innovation cap. Once we get the advanced research principle, I'm still waiting, man. I'm still number 4th or 5th now rank. What the hell is going on here? How am I 5th rank now, for Christ's sake? I hate this, bro. This game is weird sometimes. I do love the fact that we have subjects everywhere. So what we're doing now is we're invading Baluchistan and Makran, and we're taking both of these as our own directly owned provinces and then releasing them as a new subject afterwards, because this is where a lot of opium is, and we do need opium for our soldiers, which is why we're going to be doing a little bit of puppeting in the Persian area in general. Probably all of Afghanistan is going to be one big vassal that we're going to be getting. Annex first release, so they're a little bit more on par with what we see the world as, since they're going to get our policies and everything once we release them. If we were to just puppet them now, they're like extremely backwards, and I expect a trillion revolts. I don't want to deal with that, honestly. And I'm also going to be joining the French war here, and I'm going to ask instead from this to give me back East Andalusia Treaty Port from the English. That basically means get back Gibraltar from the English. There you go. That's my only request, France. I will help you against the English if you're a good homie and you help me out instead. Also, we now have the ability to switch to the electric sewing machines as well as the automatic power looms, so we can free up quite a lot of our population that way in exchange for just getting a little bit more electricity going in these states. So we can do that, which is fine because we freed up a lot of pops that can instead work in the power plants instead of working in the sewing machine factories, whatever they're called. Also, we can switch over to the coal-fired power plants, which gives even more electricity, so we solve a lot of issues in the process as well. Now, despite the French main war goal here being completely outside of my realm, why is the English bringing most of their army to Gibraltar and the French as well? Why is the war being carried on my soil, not the French soil? What is happening here? All right, come on. We got to get this, boys. We have to win this for freedom, for English breakfast tea. Not sure why, but that for sure. Okay, we have to win this. Come on. Victory. One more victory, please. One more victoricurum. Come on, boys. We can do it. Please, we need Gibraltar for strategic having reasons. Oh, we won the other war. Hails to the yes, baby. Look at that. We got Baluchistan. Holy mother, we've got 1.2 million population. What have they been doing here all this time? They've only been having babies. That's it? All right, we keep winning battle after battle. That's like the 9th freaking battle that we won, and we still didn't take Gibraltar. What is this shit, man? Can someone actually explain the freaking game mechanics to me, please? All right, finally we got it. Freaking hell, brother. Like, come on, man. Everything's better, guys. Brazilians are migrating to our lands. See, if we don't go to Brazil, Brazil comes to us is what's happening here. Oh, you dum-dums. You put humiliate bright... Oh, man. We're not gonna win this. We have to invade the English in order to win the war, which is not that easy. Oh, I take that back. The French already are trying to invade the English. You know what? I'll do my own invasion then. Oh, really, England? You calling in Portugal, you little shit. So how the hell is that even possible? Like, seriously, how does the war work in this freaking game, bro? Jesus freaking Christ. The British are doing 5 separate naval invasions in the northern parts of my country. What is this, man? Come on. Hey, we overtook the British. 177 million GDP, and they're still at 176. What a bunch of losers. Hey. At least we got something good going for us, right? And we also managed to get to 50 million population with just the Spanish Iberian parts, and I guess 1 million from the Baluchistan area that we got to get rid of. And in the meanwhile, the British basically stagnated. They got no extra population. But that being said, I don't realistically see us actually winning this war, which kind of sucks, peep, you're not gonna lie. If I capitulate, I don't lose anything. So I'm just gonna fight this until the French capitulate, because again, I don't lose anything regardless, right? But I would love to get my get Gibraltar back. Problem is my ships are not good enough. If I had a bigger fleet, I probably could have easily won this. But yeah, we need to get better technology. The British right now have monitors and ironclads, and I'm still using freaking sail ships. Oh, Austria wants to provide us military. Hell yeah. Weird though that our population is still increasing like crazy despite being at war, and we managed to get 17.3 standard of living at the same time, and our economy is increasing too. Jesus Christ, we have 1.03 million South Germans. How many people getting assimilated? I'm curious. 17,000 people get assimilated every month. Holy schnitzel. I am gonna attempt to go for public schools after we pass compulsory primary education, which will also double down on the assimilation. It's gonna give us 37 assimilation with the current institution level and more as we advance in institution. Holy shit, I'm just realizing now I've got 14 million in reserves. Maybe I again should stop privatizing. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I want to keep on privatizing. That's how our economy increases itself after all. We also can start the automobile production now, since we have requests for automobiles, as we've changed our production method to public motor carriage, which is way better. It gives us 8 transport, which is insane actually, but it does mean we need automobiles. How much of a shortage we have now of automobiles? 150 more, so we can just change a couple of more of these motor industries and we should be fine. Say the one in Vriestad should work, and the one in Asturias, why not? Oh no, the French are losing. How do they have the war goal for the French? Hold on a second. They got the French Nigerian Niger Delta. Really? They got that? I don't even know which one that is. Oh, it is this one. Okay. Well, you know what, man? I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm just going to capitulate in this one because, again, nothing happens if I capitulate. But more importantly, it's my cue to start building a freaking fleet. So I'm going to redirect my attention now, cancel a couple of these researches, and we're going to go down ironclads, military statistics, and self-propelled torpedo boats, just so we can actually have a fighting force to withstand any invasion by the British, and also to be able to do some invasions against the British ourselves too. Well, the British won that war, and as such they got the entirety of the Niger Delta. That was like 4 million people dead just to decide who's gonna own the Niger Delta, by the way. And we're now 14 million above the British and increasing at a much higher speed than they are. Sadly, they still do have a massive fleet and army, which is why their prestige is higher than us, and that's also why they are technically number 1, but not really. We also have a bit of an increase in electrical industries. Basically, basically people want phones. So we're going to be giving people phones. We're going to get 10 electrical industry factories in Castile. We need more automobiles. I feel like, I don't know, just an idea, but I feel like automobiles might just be the future for us. So yeah, we're going to need a buttload of extra motor industries, and I think some of them are going to have to dedicate towards building automobiles. Ooh, yes, baby. Hey, let's go. Education for everybody. Level 5, please. I appreciate it. And we're going to go level 4, a colonial institution 2, just so we can colonize a little bit faster. What's left to colonize in Africa predominantly. Now, we also have quite a bit of support, apparently, for multiculturalism from the intelligentsia. The problem is that our King Felipe is an absolute scumbag, so we're going to have to get rid of him. He's a traditionalist landowner. Ugh, that's a massive step back, isn't it? Oh, Empire of Japan wants to be my ally. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to ally the Japanese. This should benefit both of us. And we also just got up into 1901. Thinking we're going to call it here, boys, just because I want to do the last part, which should include the 19 to 1936 complete phase, where we go from what we have now, which is the world's strongest power by GDP at least, into the strongest power militarily as well as see how much more pops we can bring into the Iberian Peninsula in essence by filtering from all of our various colonies around the world, subjects around the world. So don't forget to leave that like, and I will see you in the next one. Love you guys.